to the living room.
Welcome back to the Living Room Radio Show.
Hi, Lori.
How are you, my love?
I'm good. It's officially summer finally.
Yes, it
Because
is.
weren't we like complaining that it was too cold like 4 minutes ago?
We were, well, listen, I'm hot as hell.
And
I'm always
today
hot
it's
as hell,
hot.
but it's hot out now and it's humid. And I was just saying that. You were saying that your hair was bloated, and I was saying I feel like I look bloated. So if I look bloated, oh well,
Shoes
it
are
is what
tight,
it is.
You know, there's always
Yeah.
something to complain about.
No, but we're not going to complain.
No.
And I've had this cough, and it's been killing me. And for you people that
I know
have
how I
it too,
feel
I'm going
about
to
that.
tell you right now, drinking wine doesn't help it get better. But I'm going to do it anyway. And we're going to debut our new wine glasses any moment when Peter gets off his phone, PC, and he brings out the wine. We got new wine glasses, so every guest is going to get a wine glass from in celebration of our new wine glasses. But yeah, so wine does not help the cough, and smoking a casual cigarette doesn't help it either.
Helps you
Sorry,
sleep,
Trev.
though,
I didn't
the
really want to
wine.
let that loose, but yes, I smoked a casual cigarette, and I'm paying for it. I don't smoke. I'm a runner, but old habits die hard, and I ended up having like a cigarette, and I'm paying for it. So, but that is a blip in time because it's not going to
Ladies?
happen. Woohoo! Yeah,
see,
this is
you
what
are the man.
this is what I am talking about. So
What
we
kind
have
of
our,
wine do we have here today?
I don't know. Oh, I just want to give a shout out to our guy Lou up the block. I just covered his card. You have your reading glasses on, so it's ANV Wines, 30 Broadway. His name is Lou.
Let's keep up.
He actually gave us the wine, sponsoring the show tonight.
thank
So we
you,
want to say
Lou.
thank you so much, Lou.
Cheers!
Cheers to you.
In our new living room.
In our
radio
new living
show
room.
glasses.
And he said, anyone that goes in and they say Living Room Radio Show, he will give you 10% off the case. So remember that.
Fabulous.
Lou, 30 Broadway.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah, it's an absolute one. Wait, hold on. I have to take a sip. So
Go.
listen, I got to ask you
Oh,
really
that's very
quick.
nice.
Yeah, it's
Very
very nice,
nice.
right? A Pinot Noir for the summer.
Yes.
I have to ask you,
Me?
my memory is just getting really, really bad, like really bad. Like I am literally going into rooms and I'm like, I have no idea when, I'm only 52.
You sure that's not
So
your
if this is-
ADHD?
I don't know if it's ADHD or if I'm just brain dead. I really have, but it's bad. And I'm actually thinking of taking something. So,
They
like
say-
a Prevagen or something. There's something out there.
I
so
don't even know what that is.
Ging-
Ginkgo biloba is
Yeah?
a natural supplement of some sort. I don't know anything about it, so I don't propose to be an expert, but I believe it's supposed to help with brain function and memory.
I gotta do it because I really feel like it's bad. Like I literally don't remember what I did last weekend. Wait,
So-
I know what I did. I was sick, and because I was sick, I went to Shelter Island, and I ran a
everyone does when they're
10K
sick.
in 80-degree weather, sweating my ass
Yeah,
off.
that's what you do when you're sick.
And that's what you do when you're sick. You run. And like a month prior to that, I did a 15K in Philly, sick as a dog. So there's a running theme here.
Well, I have a little suggestion for you.
What? Rest?
Maybe you've been sick for a long time because you had a little too much on your plate.
Maybe, but I'm not.
Could
No,
that
I'm
be
not
it?
taking it off. I am staying in the living room, and I'm not taking it off. I don't care. So listen, maybe I can get myself a live doll to help me. This is sick, people. If Bobby has any time in the back to Google this, but you people, if you're listening, this is crazy. I saw this on Facebook. Live doll. I'm talking, one of the dolls actually looked like Debbie Ayena's daughter. That's how crazy it was. And it's a live doll, and it's completely looks like a fabulously gorgeous girl. And I think they make men too, but they weren't showing that.
Yeah, where is this going? I'm getting a little nervous.
No, but
here.
it was no, but this I've never heard. Look, I know people have the freaky have sex dolls and all that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it because
Where
I
is
don't.
this going?
'cause I don't judge, but this was a live doll that looked so real, and she like knows when you're feeling, sad, and she knows when you're down, and mostly
Is
guys.
it like Siri?
No, this is a thing that you touch and feel and has everything works, if you know what I'm saying, if you get the drift of what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm a little afraid of
Play a
this.
little bit
I am a
more.
little afraid. This is not that kind of show, Lord.
No, but I'm just saying, this was on Facebook, and if it's on Facebook, it's real, and it was crazy because guys were writing in letters saying that they were really happy that they was telling the people that because I was thinking to myself, I have 2 sons, and I was thinking to myself, if my son, Trevor, don't get any ideas, I know you're listening, if my sons were to get into this business, I would freak out. But these guys were like, look, we have plenty of people that are, emailing us and telling us how happy they are that they have this doll that they go home with and cuddle and stuff. It's
Okay.
sick.
Yeah, I'm not going for that.
I want to
I'm
know.
not
I want
It's
it like
strange.
by a raising of the hands by the men in the room. How many men would use this doll to cuddle with? Hurry up. Nobody.
How many men will
Ah,
admit
we got one.
Stop.
We
it? How
got
many will
one.
admit it?
We got
Okay,
one. Well,
all
there
right.
are. Listen, these guys are making multi-buco bucks here. So
Making
somebody's
these dolls.
buying these freaking
Okay.
dolls. They may not be
Yeah.
talking about it, but they're buying them. So I thought it was completely crazy. But I know Chris can't handle this kind of talk. Do you have a vibrator? That's all I want to know. No? I mean, I'm just saying, like, you have to be open to it. Like, I don't want to judge the men that would
God.
be using the doll. I'm not saying they're having sex with the doll because they were only talking about cuddling, but people are doing this.
Whatever floats your boat.
Listen, the next thing I want to ask you about is, I know you don't listen to a lot of talk radio, number one, because you are not
I
in
have
the car all-
sensory issues,
She has
people.
this is really, I just learned this about Christine. She has sensory issues, and she can't handle like long bouts of listening to the radio. But I listen to it 24/7 because that's my thing. So I listen to Jenny Hutt.
I gotta ask you a question though. I gotta
What?
interrupt. Do you ever like it just quiet?
Sometimes when I'm
Okay.
running, when I'm
When
running.
you're running, that's
why
when
I'm
you
a
get
long
your
distance
quiet.
runner because I
Okay.
like the quiet when I run.
Okay, see, in the car is when I get my quiet.
Yeah, well, I catch up on life in the
Huh?
car. I put mascara on. I check my text
That's
now
safe.
while I'm driving.
That-
I'm looking.
Please don't do this at home.
No, but so I'm listening to Jenny, and she's
Jenny.
been talking about this for like a couple of months. She has this new product coming out, and they just launched it, and it's called Bunny Eyes. And I just ordered
For
a
our
pair.
eyes?
Oh no, it's amazing.
help our
They
eyes?
are amazing. No, they're reading
they're
glasses.
glasses.
Wait, when I get them, I'm going to show them to everybody. But I
Did you get
just
me a pair?
ordered them. Yes. No, I didn't get you because I don't know what's 1.5 or 2.
Gotcha.
What do you do?
1.5.
Okay, because I do the 1.
It's good,
I'll order
yeah.
you a pair. You want
Okay,
green
and
or
what do
black?
they do?
So you put them on, and they actually tilt down, so that like right
so
now,
you
like
don't have
instead
to
of
do the-
looking like
you don't have to do the
Santa
down the
Claus,
nose?
I wouldn't have to do this
Like
because you
the
put them on
secretary?
like this, and they tilt down, so that when you're looking down, they're down. I'm talking freaking
Ah.
ingenious, and I just want to say, 2 women came up with this. Ha! Shout out, bitches!
Brilliant.
No man came up
Brilliant.
with this. 2 women came up with this.
The last time we bought a car, there were some unique things on the car, and I said, "Oh, these engineers are so inventive."
And they were women.
And the salesman said to me, "They're all women." I
There
said,
you go. So that's the thing. They came up with this, and one arm goes down, and one arm goes down, so you can
Ah.
kind of lay down. Yeah. So we'll be late because obviously
pricey.
Jenny Hutt didn't think we were worthy of getting a pair comped to launch with her launch, but Hoda got a pair. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? Screw you. No, we're gonna get them anyway.
Who invented
And
the
we're-
doll?
And we're gonna. I don't know. Who wants to know who
Peter
invented-
wants that website.
There
I
you
think.
go. All right, so the last thing I want to say is get your mammogram, bitches, because listen, it's no big
And
deal.
your colonoscopies,
Yeah,
and
but-
your checkup.
Yeah, because then you won't have to worry about it when you find a lump when you're on a run in the middle of the weekend and you go, oh my God, now if I had gone for that mammogram, I wouldn't be like worried right now. But needless to say, at the end of the show, we're going to talk about the just asking.
And your dermatology check so that you don't, when you
Yeah.
feel something in the shower, because
Yeah.
that happened to me just recently.
All right, Rudy, I have to come up with a name for Rudy. I think it's going to be Rudy the Rude is holding up my wrap it up sign. Rudy the Rude is holding up the wrap it up sign. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Roger,
And I'm Steve.
and we own this house together.
Zap My Tax was so successful with our tax grievance.
We saved over $1,700 in our first year alone. And now we're signing up again.
In fact, we are so happy with Zap My Tax, we decided to save even more money and use Zap My Insurance as well.
Zap My Tax and Zap My Insurance. 2 great choices and 2 great ways to save money.
Hello, my name is Christopher Rathbun from Big Kahuna Productions, where we are artists first and photographers second. If you'd like to book us for our services, please call 631-245-9417. Until then, back to the Living Room Show on Strong Island TV.
Silence here.
Hi, welcome back to the living room. I'm here with my co-host, Lori Fay. And I just would like to ask you all out there to please follow us on Instagram, like the Living Room Radio Show page, and if you hear anything that we're talking about today and you have an opinion, please call in at 516-945-9099.
Can I just break in with, I did ask the hairdressers to call in tonight to talk about Magic Sleek. I did post it.
Okay.
Because I want to know all about it. We will break wherever
Stephanie
you are.
and Ravana that we had on as guests?
And anybody. I want
Okay,
to talk about the
great.
Magic Sleek. So if you're listening and you know about Magic Sleek and you are a hairdresser, call in. Thank
Okay.
you.
That said, it's time for our first guest, and I'm really excited about having him here today. We have Christopher from Big Kahuna Productions. And he is going to teach us all how to take the perfect selfie.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Hi,
Thank you for being here
welcome.
today.
You know, whenever we have
Pleasure.
good-looking men, we all get like a
There
little
are
giddy.
a lot of
a little
good-looking-
giddy here.
A lot of good-looking men in the house today.
Thank you.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
cheers. After we cheers, we gotta do a special thing I do.
What do
It's
you-
called it wrapping around here.
Oh, okay, we're wrapping
Oh,
around.
and
Okay.
what is that? Is that good luck or something?
Yeah, absolutely. 100 years
Okay.
good luck.
Okay. Oh, I love
100
that.
years.
Don't question
I'll
it.
take
No,
it.
you know what I like? Here's, wait, what do they say? Here's to those who wish us well, to everyone else, go to hell. I like that, right?
to that.
Woo! It's really go F yourself, but I wanted to keep it G-rated for Christine. So you're going to tell us how to look 20.
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you how to take the perfect selfie. So if that means looking 20 to you, then yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what
Well,
we're gonna do.
If you've ever watched the show before, Lori and I complain most. The only thing we really, really complain about are the
Is
bags
being-
under
is being
our
old.
eyes.
Oh, well, we're gonna
So,
cover that.
Let's,
Cover that.
let's get, first tell us how long you've been a photographer.
I've only been a photographer about 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
My passion for photography started when I was in high school, actually. I was in the photography club in 9th grade, developing 35mm black and white film. And so that's really where I fostered my interest, but didn't really consider it as a profession.
I just want to
until
say, in
recently.
high school, when you
went
look
in the
so...
dark room?
I graduated college, too.
Oh my God! Look, I don't want to throw this out there, but
Yeah.
I could almost be a pedophile at this point. You look so young. No, I'm only kidding.
I'm 23.
Wow! Oh, I have a son, 23.
I'm
Oh, that's
we have,
scary.
We have kids this age, yeah.
Oh, we
you
have
keep
chi-
posting those pictures of your boys with no shirts on.
Listen,
oh dear Lord.
what can I tell you? Wow. No, but I don't mean any disrespect, Bob.
No, no, you're
at
fine,
all,
you're
at
fine.
all. But you know, we're jealous actually.
All right, so,
So,
what's the key to the good selfie?
the good selfie, the key is exposure and composition. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is lighting,
Okay.
or what in the photography game we would consider getting a proper exposure.
Okay.
So the best place to take your selfie is in front of an open window or somewhere where you have
I'm
natural
writing this
light.
down.
Yeah,
Hold
take
on a
some
second.
notes. Take
I'm
some
taking notes. I also want to know bedroom sex lighting. I'm gonna get that for you before you leave. I'm gonna get that.
Let me let
let's
that
stay
percolate in
focused
the back
here.
of my head a second.
That's why I said it.
All right. So yeah, you wanna attack this
Natural
photograph
light.
with some natural light. The
Okay.
golden hour or the hour before the sun sets is your best time.
Oh my
The-
God, we gotta be real
Oh, well,
strategic.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the best selfie possible, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. And this
Okay.
is to pull out your phone at about 5, 6 o'clock, right?
Okay.
Hit some natural lighting, and basically the next step is to compose the shot,
Okay.
right? So that requires good posture
Okay.
and a high angle.
Oh, yes. Oh, my
High,
son always
I was
shoots me from
high
high,
angle.
and I always look good when he does it.
Yeah, you can even extend your neck towards the camera a little bit.
Oh,
for
yeah.
20.
Stick your neck out,
Yeah,
Lori.
let's do a test.
See,
let's
I
do a test.
find that like as a
Okay.
hag, I like a selfie stick because I feel like that helps.
Oh,
a lot.
it's-
Yeah, like short
extend the
arms.
high angle?
Short
All right.
arms
So,
can
but
be a
let me-
problem, right?
But wait, so am I supposed to be with the window behind me?
No, facing the window. You want to be
Facing
facing
the
the sunlight or
window,
facing
okay.
away from it so it's striking you.
So you want the light on
So
your
you're
face.
saying with this light coming towards me, this should be a decent selfie.
Well, yeah. Ready? Take one at a low angle. Let's do.
Hold on,
Let's
I
do
don't
for
even
some
want to.
comparison.
Oh,
Or a
Oh,
low
God.
angle. Yeah, just
Yeah, that's
just
right.
so you might hold your
it's a
phone
little too
normally.
close for me.
Yeah. Now we go for a high angle.
I don't think my arm's
And
long
now
enough.
tilt your chin towards the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, elongate your neck.
Oh my God. Oh.
No.
Okay,
This is how we do it.
Okay. With my neck
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Are you taking selfies that our viewers can check out later?
Oh my God. I'm gonna
we
take
can
one.
post
Hold
them on
a
the living
second.
room page.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
My camera has a film
Oh my
when
God.
I
I
turn
look,
it
I
around.
look bloated.
See, it's
Okay,
what?
wait.
So this is
Oh
clear.
yeah, no.
Why
There's
is-
something in front of you.
All right,
Oh,
we're gonna get a
Gotta get
selfie up. We're
cleaned
gonna get a
up.
selfie up here.
Clean your
Bobby,
Gotcha.
photo retouch this thing before you put it up. Okay. Oh, ee!
Yeah, so
Oh,
you're
that's
gonna wanna,
bad.
you're gonna want to
Yeah.
shoot it in natural light, and you guys mentioned bags under your eyes.
Yeah,
so you're gonna
thanks.
want to avoid. You brought it up.
Avoid shadows.
Yeah, so you want to avoid
She had
shadows.
Botox. She's good. I'm the problem.
Like I said, you want to shoot it in natural light, but you want to avoid harsh sunlight because that's
Okay.
going to cast shadows on your face. That's why I'm
Okay.
saying face the light,
Okay.
right? The high angle, and take a lot. because
Yeah.
you
You
know,
gotta keep clicking for the
yeah,
one good
in
one,
a
right?
in a night where I'm shooting like a musical venue or something like that, I might fire off like 500 exposures.
Oh
to
my
post,
God,
like,
who's got the time for that?
well, you're just.
All right, so what do you do?
Just
Press
once,
the middle
once
button?
you get your lighting done, you want to get a lot of good ones, right?
So let me
Lots
ask you a question. Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay, so when you see selfies of other girls, do you say to yourself, none of this is real?
No, well, I'm a photographer, so I approach it from an artistic perspective, and anytime I see something with a lot of filters, which is kind of like what I was going to get to my next point, yes,
Okay.
definitely like,
Snapchat.
yeah, exactly.
You know what's been edited
Yeah, I
and
mean,
retouched.
every girl looks cute with the puppy dog filter on, you know what I'm saying?
Not me. I just want to point that out.
I'm gonna have to learn what this puppy dog filter is.
You've never been on Snapchat, Chris?
Or
I'm
Instagram
not a
has it now.
Snapchatter.
She doesn't
I
wear a
don't
thong.
Insta-
Do you see what I'm dealing with here?
I'd rather have a panty line, people. I'm very sorry.
I gotta break
I'm
this girl.
over
I gotta break her in.
I forgot where I was.
Of course you did.
No, we
Of course
were-
you did.
You
We were
said-
talking- wait,
you
we were
said
talking
best
lighting,
selfie
thongs.
lighting.
Oh, right. So, yeah, take a lot.
Okay.
A lot of exposures. That is the key because then you can select afterward what is trash and what is worthy for Instagram.
Okay.
What is lit and what is what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know,
You're the
haggish.
photographer.
What's the kiss of death? What's the kiss of death for a selfie? Looking down, right? Oh.
Oh yeah, or like just rolled out of bed, like you got the front flash on. Try to avoid using flash at all costs.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, you
That's
don't want.
interesting.
Yeah, like I said, you want to avoid harsh light. If you have to, you know, you can use the flash, especially the front flash, but don't turn the camera towards yourself.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
get the big, yeah.
Okay.
Now, is it different if you're indoors versus outdoors? If you're outside at the beach with a beautiful sunset in the background, you should
Well, if it's a selfie, you still want to be facing the sun.
Always
unfortunately,
facing
it's
the
gonna
sun,
be
so the
difficult
light
to
is on
get
your
the
face.
sunset in the background. That's
Right.
always going to be a challenge.
And I always
otherwise
thought
you're
when they
in
were
silhouette.
taking pictures of people that they do the backlighting, and that's what makes them look so great. Like, well, let me ask you a question. What was Moonlighting, Sybil Shepherd? Whenever they focused on Sybil
doesn't
Shepherd,
know what moonlighting
Mother's
and
Day.
Shepherd is.
I can't say that I know what you're
was- they
talking
had a
about,
soft
but they
focus
probably
on
had
her.
3-point lighting. So there's one in the front, one from like the profile, and then one behind you. And that
Bobby,
makes
are you
the-
listening?
Bobby has really worked hard to
Yeah, no.
show us in
That's
our
like
best light.
typical like interview lighting, and like a lot of movies they do that, where like you can really clearly see the edge of their body. That's because the light's actually there's one coming from behind them.
They had a
Okay.
soft focus on her. She had very angular, hard features, so they used to try to soften her look.
Very
How do you make yourself look
voyeuristic.
thinner?
Thinner? Well, I was trying to tell you, you gotta kind of stick your neck out towards the camera, high angle.
Okay.
Is it true that the camera puts on 10 pounds?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes
It
I've wondered
absolutely
how
is.
many cameras
Come
are
on,
on
man.
me.
Look at me here. I look like I have a stomach.
I don't know. Fine,
It's not
stop
about
it.
you, Lord.
What? No, it is about me, goddammit. I want to know how to look better in pictures for my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty much all the pro tips I can offer.
Same
you.
for the
other-
guys and girls?
The other things, for guys and girls, yeah. Why would this apply to just females?
I don't
Everyone
know.
wants the best possible selfie. Take a lot, use natural lighting, and what was my other pro tip?
You forgot.
I haven't forgot.
Take a
Oh,
lot.
take a lot.
Take a lot.
You know what they say when
Yeah.
you don't know how to tie a knot on a boat? If you don't know how to tie a knot, tie a lot. If you don't know
Tie
how
a
to take
lot.
a selfie, take
Take
a lot.
Yeah.
Do you ever photograph anyone famous?
Yeah, a few people famous. I
Tell us who.
photographed Young M.A., if you know who that is.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Casanova.
I don't know who that is.
I
probably do, but
Mostly rap artists. I'm very involved in the music
Okay.
industry. Me and my partner, Rafael Donato, have forgot about you.
Okay.
He's out there
Raphael, why aren't you here?
No, he's
Why are you here with us on the couch?
Where can we find you guys?
good.
Raphael, come hang with the bitches.
Big Kahuna on Instagram.
Way big kahuna.
Way big Kahuna.
Way big kahuna.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Say it
follow
like
you
that.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to follow you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I really want to say thank you for coming, and
thank
I
you.
think
This is so much
I think we
fun.
should go in front of the step and repeat when we're done, and we should take some selfies together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to post
Absolutely.
on the show. Wait, can you do one right now while we're
Yeah.
sitting here?
All right, ready?
Hold on, I'm gonna go like this.
I'm gonna take a quick selfie.
I'm gonna sit on your lap. I might straddle you a little bit, but that'll be okay.
Okay.
You'll love it. Okay.
All right, ready? See, notice how I get the high angle?
Oh, I love this. I love it.
Dashing.
That's a great one. Was that great?
Absolutely beautiful.
I love it. I'm gonna
Thank
post
you,
it on
Christopher.
Instagram as of the
Good
living
name.
room.
My son's name is Christopher.
Yeah, we're the Christ bearers, you know?
This is, yeah, oh, I like that. Thank you so much. We will be right back. Okay, thank you so much.
Have you heard? Laura's neighbors saved thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.
Welcome back to the living room. We are having so much fun here today. We just got great tips from Christopher at Big Kahuna Productions about how to take a great selfie.
And what a
Lori
cutie.
G- Oh my
What
God.
a cutie he is.
Very cute.
We gotta
Very
have
cute.
him. We gotta have
Unfortunately,
him
he could be my
back.
kid.
We don't care.
Lori posted a selfie he took on our page.
Yep, on our
And
page.
you can check it out right there. Our next guest is Stephanie Larkin, and she is the CEO of Red Penguin Books, and she's gonna tell us how to release our inner author. So welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I love how you look in your
I'm
red
in red. I have to be in red.
for Red Penguin Books.
Well, this way when people see me on the street, they think I have to write something.
Absolutely.
That's what
That is
I want.
awesome.
I want people to write things. You know, there was actually a poll of Americans, and 90% of the people that they polled wanted to write a book.
What did I tell
Interesting.
PC
That's
this
like
year
more
I was
than
going to
people
do?
want world peace. I mean, that's a lot of people want to
There's
write
a
a
lot
book.
of people.
Sure.
I'm kind of a quasi-writer. I don't know if I'm any good, but I
Ooh,
like to write. It's
Doesn't
my therapy.
matter
It's
if
my
you're
therapy.
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But you know, 90% want to write a book, and you know how many people actually publish a book? Like that.
And it's not, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's not the hardest thing to, it's not as hard to get published as people think.
And it's not brain surgery to
Yeah.
write a book.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, if you have something that you're interested in, if you have something that you're trying to promote, write a book. It's super easy to write a book. That's why I'm here, telling you to write a book.
Well, you're here and you're also here to
And
have wine, so we want to get you a glass of wine real
Well,
quick
I definitely want some
because
wine.
your
a very
appearance
nice
wouldn't be
Pinot
the
Noir.
same. Thank you.
And it's red.
And these are the new glasses
That's
from the living
right.
room show.
She's on it.
Okay, wait.
So-
you don't know this, but there's like a little spot for my
Yeah,
finger
little
on
dip, so you
it.
can't-
Perfect.
So you can't drop it.
So I can't drop
Is that
it.
the
Had some
best?
spills here
And you know
on
what's
the
great
set.
about these glasses too? You can
Yeah.
have them by the pool because
Cheers.
they're non-breakable.
They're
I
plastic.
love that.
That's why I got
love
them.
the little spot.
That's right.
So did you say I get a glass when I leave?
You do.
I mean, that's why I came.
It's a good thing they came in today.
I came just for the glass.
There you go. Well, cheers to you.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me first, Red Penguin.
What's yeah?
Penguins
Why?
are not red. Tell me about that.
Well, 12 years ago we formed, and literally I was sitting there thinking that I wanted a picture of something with lots and lots of, like, same objects, but one stood out. Here's, I actually brought like an old logo. And if you look at this group of penguins, if you were looking at Antarctica right now, you would notice the red one.
Absolutely.
You
It's
noticed
not
the
the
red one.
biggest, it doesn't have to be the best, but it's standing out. So
Got
that's
it.
what we want
Love
you
it.
to do. We want you to stand out from the crowd, and thus the
I
red
love
penguin.
that. That's
It's
fantastic.
also a great color. It's a great power color.
Why
Um,
penguin?
Well, you know, penguins were very, very in when we formed. I mean, Happy Feet,
Okay.
you know, all those things. And I have to tell you, there was one other reason.
What?
It's really cheap to produce. Black, white, red. I could make business cards on that
Fantastic.
sheet.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And now my closet is like black,
Yeah.
white, and red.
I'm
There's
going to
lot
give you
of
a little surprise here. I'm just going to interject for a minute because you
What?
won't believe this about
what?
me.
What?
The ceiling in my bedroom
Is
is
red.
painted red.
No
Stop
way!
it! I am shocked. I am.
you,
I'd even
Stephanie.
be
It's
more
not about
shocked if
me.
there was
Okay.
mirrors.
Okay.
I'd be more shocked if there were mirrors.
She has a book in her.
Wow.
She totally has a book in
Oh,
her.
she's
There's so much
she's got a
people don't know
trilogy
about
in her.
me.
She's got a trilogy
Okay,
in her. You don't
anybody
know.
who's got a red ceiling in their bedroom definitely has a book in her.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome,
Oh, my
Chris.
goodness.
You're a little, she's got a little wild
See,
streak.
She's got a little
You
thing.
would
Well, you know,
never
it's
guess.
funny because people come to me and some of them want to write a book about like their business. They want to be known as the best in their field, so they want to write a book. Some people, like they have their grandmother and one of our authors sits with them and gets the whole story so that they can write a book. And some people surprise me. And I had a businessman who came up to me and he said, you know, I want to write a book. Or, you know, he came to me and he took a card. So I thought, okay, business book, whatever. Okay, he sent me the manuscript. Okay, I was blushing reading the first
Was
chapter.
it like
Oh
a
my.
Christian Grey?
So he had the mirrors on his ceiling.
I read the first chapter and I'm like, okay.
Really?
And then I said, okay, this is, you know, is this the rest of the book like this? He's like, is it okay? I'm like, I don't have a problem with it, man. I'm just asking the question because last person I would
wouldn't
have
have
Was
guessed
it about him or was
Yeah,
it about
was
his
a sexy
fantasy?
book.
No, it was actually a story.
Okay.
Like, you know,
A hot story.
I'll call it, you know, soft porn romance. You know, it
Nothing
wasn't
wrong
about
with
him
it.
at
I used
all.
to read for him all the time.
You know, it was good. It was fine. It was just not what I expected.
See?
Interesting.
I always say the
never know.
girls that wear the Laura Ashley dresses are the ones you have to be careful.
That's
of.
right.
The girls
Or
walking
don't
around
wear
like-
thongs.
Or that don't wear thongs. There you
No,
go.
and they've got red
just proved our
paint
point.
on their ceilings.
That's
so
right.
You never know. There might
That's
be a
right.
mirror
I'm
up
the
there,
real
too.
prude here, Chris.
Okay, on that note, I'm getting a little hot.
You see?
So he was an unexpected
He was
author.
an unexpected, certainly the topic was completely, and that's one thing I love being a publisher is I get crazy things. I mean, I get normal, staid, boring, you know, we
Uh-huh.
get historical fiction, we get comedy, we get fiction, we get poetry. I'm working with an author right now on a book about Garfield, the cartoon
Oh,
character.
that's hysterical.
So, crazy, you know, from the
So
ridiculous to
anyone
the
can
small.
be an author.
Anyone literally can be an author.
And how do you determine whose story is one that's going to hit and be a bestseller?
Well, you know, there is a difference between being an author
And being a bestseller.
and being a bestseller.
Of course.
And I wouldn't really want anyone to not be an author because they might not be a bestseller.
That's like not doing a radio show because we're not, you know,
Exactly.
you know?
Right.
Exactly. And it's like not wanting to look good in the morning because you don't have 10 million Instagram followers.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
If
It's
you
the
have
journey.
if you have a story in you, you should write it. And it is a journey.
a
Anyone
journey.
who's working on a story, whether or not 5 people read it or 5,000, it doesn't matter. You know, some of these memoirs I do with family members, those 5 people who get it, or we make 10 copies, they give it out at Christmas. Okay, talk about the best gift you can give
Yeah.
to your family.
So,
Is
so
that
my mom's an
interesting?
author. My mom has been published. She has written poems and she's done little short stories and she's been published in a few different magazines. And I bought her for Christmas like 10 years ago that book called The Story of Your Life.
Oh,
That
nice.
starts with
And then
all,
you write it
and then
all
you
out?
fill it in.
Yes.
It's I was born on, and then you write
Right,
your
right.
paragraph. Of course, she didn't finish it, but
Right.
yeah. So
That's a lot
Yeah,
that I
that's
do
fun.
with people is that we'll sit there like for interviews and write all that and then actually publish it in a book. It's now available on Amazon.
I would love
People
that from my
can go
mom.
buy
That's
it.
why I got her the book because then I would know her whole
Absolutely.
life and how she grew up. But
Exactly.
she,
Just
yeah.
send it on over. We'll put it in a book, and then you know all the cousins, aunts, and uncles. They can all just go
That's
to
a great
Amazon.
idea. That's really a great idea. Is a catchy title key in getting a book
Well,
to sell?
you know, I'd love to tell you that the catchy title, if we're talking sales,
Yeah.
actually matters as far as it sounding cool. Unfortunately, when we're talking sales, catchy means keywords.
Okay.
Amazon is where most books are sold,
Yeah.
and it's a search engine.
Yeah.
So you want a title that
Ah.
is going to say words that are what people are looking for.
Do you find that annoying, or
do.
isn't that annoying? It's all about SEO now. I can't
know.
stand
well,
it.
that's why I want to take the bestseller thing out of the equation.
Yeah.
I mean, some people want sales. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and if you want this title, you know, if I'm working with an author and they want this title and this title would have been better, I mean, I'll tell them this. But if they love this, you know what?
You have to let them go
It's
with
their
it.
baby.
Yeah.
And generally, how long is the process? Like, how long do you work with an author to tweak and make it ready to be published?
I mean, we could do it in a matter of, 2 months,
Okay.
to be
Oh,
honest.
really? Wow.
And-
What's the average page length?
You
How
know,
many
most
pages?
books that are getting published nowadays are, I'll say, between 80 and,
Really?
like 160.
That's due to the ADD in the world?
Because, exactly.
Wow.
Nobody's got the
Oh.
tolerance for a novel anymore.
You could go bigger, but
Yeah.
quite frankly, nobody has the attention span. And if you
So it's
have,
not just us.
and if you have a longer book, let's
Then I-
break it into like 3 books.
That's
Three
what she
books.
did, right?
Ah, like
Christian
the 50
Grey.
Shades, yes.
Exactly. And once you start writing one book, you're going to realize you've got a lot more in you. You're going to start writing and say, oh, but I really want to talk a lot about this. You know what? Save it for the next book. You
Yeah.
can start writing it now.
Yeah.
And I'm a big one for when somebody's going to write a book, we'll do like the table of contents, like the outline
Yeah.
first. And then make a whole lot of, like on your computer, blank documents with those names.
So you can chat.
So if you wake up one morning and you just have this inspiration for what is going to become chapter 5, do chapter 5. You've got a blank page just sitting
Just do
there. Do it. Don't worry about self-editing because a lot of people like, oh, I spelled that wrong. Oh, I could phrase that right. No, just
Somebody else is going to do that.
keep going.
Somebody-
Keep going.
So how much does it cost to publish a book?
Well, I mean, you could self-publish a book. We do a lot of work with people so they don't have to go through formatting the book, laying it out, spell check, all these other things. I mean, you could self-publish a book for, you know, a couple of $100s, or we work with people with, you know, a little more money than that, but it's not crazy money, so that they don't have to do all that work.
We're going
Fantastic.
to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to continue this conversation.
And take us out with telling me who your favorite literary hero
We're
is.
gonna come back. We're gonna come
My
back.
favorite of all time, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, no,
love
a literary hero.
Oh, a literary
hero.
hero.
A fictional character.
We will be
Oh, a
right
fictional
back.
character. Well, now you're going to put me in 50 Shades.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Larkin, owner of Red Penguin Books. We are a book publishing company, and we work with authors of all genres. Whether or not you've written a book or whether or not you want to write a book, find us on the web at redpenguinbooks.com. And thank you for joining us. You're watching the Living Room Radio Show at Strong Island TV.
Welcome back.
We are still here with Stephanie Larkin from Red Penguin Books, right on the couch, and we would like to find out, tell us the 5 things people can do to get started if they want to publish a book.
Okay, well, if you want to write a
Write
book,
this
I
down.
think the first thing you want to do is figure out why and who. Like, why are you writing this book? Is it for yourself? Is it to get ahead some way? Is it a gift? Once you really know why and who you're writing the book, it's gonna crystallize a lot of things. The second thing you're gonna do after you figured out the why and the who is make your outline. Don't marry it. It might change, okay? Make some sort of an outline so you have something, fill in the blanks. That's what we really want, is something that we can just fill in the blanks. But as I said, don't marry it. And don't marry your title either. You
Listen,
can-
I got married once. I'm not doing it again, especially not to a book.
Twice.
You know, brainstorm about titles, but again, you know, it might change. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not like a big divorce.
Yeah.
It's just a change,
Yeah.
okay? So you've got your reason, you've got your outline, do it. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but if you do things one step at a time, if you commit to writing a half an hour every day, your book is going to be done in 2 months. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
A lot of my
Wow.
authors, instead of writing, we
thought
have
it was
them
a
recording.
years and years
No, I won't let my authors sign a contract for more than 6 months.
Wow.
That's it.
Is it different if it's like a how-to book, like a cookbook versus, because I've had a cookbook in my head for a very, very
cook?
long time. I cook.
Oh God, I can't cook.
Obviously,
It's
you're
one
not a fan
book.
of the show.
I cannot cook.
Because
It's one
if
of the
you've
things
seen the
that
show,
I
you
actually
know
give
she
myself
cooks.
credit for doing very well.
Oh, that's fabulous. I mean,
So-
yes.
so,
a
like, is
cookbook
it
gonna
different for
take as
something like a
long
cookbook
as
or a-
you probably are going to want to make every recipe and take a picture.
Right.
Make a recipe, take a picture.
Right.
So how much
Yeah,
are you going to?
it's all here.
If you're doing a lot of parties and you have a lot of family, I mean, we can get it done pretty quick.
She has, honestly, not to like,
Interesting.
I don't want to derail the conversation, but
Exactly.
Christine has been doing stuff on the show since we started, and it's, you know, it's these recipes and beautiful presentation, and we have been taking
all
pictures
about
of
the
it.
presentation.
I mean, if you looked in your phone, you could probably write a book without even doing another thing, because it's all the stuff you've been doing for the
But
last
I just wonder
year.
if the process
That's
was
why it
different
doesn't
for
take
that
so
type
long.
of book
Because the
versus.
fact is, people are writing books about things they know.
That's right.
It's a matter of
And
just
they
kind
love
of
and they're
getting
passionate
it out
about.
of your head and onto the page. Now, a lot of people I work with, they're better at talking. So I teach them how to record their book. You know how your phone can do voice to text?
Yep.
I don't know if you text like that. Okay, they'll do entire chapters like that.
Really?
Chapter 1, and then they just start talking.
Excuse me, I date my husband like that.
See?
I don't have to be in the room with him, I just put the phone down.
You just put the phone down and you're talking. You could have a whole book, voice to text, and then we just kind of
could
clean
do
it
that,
up when
yeah.
it's done. You know, so if step 3 is do it, just do it.
Do it.
Don't commit to like 5 years. Commit to like a month. Really.
Chris, you already have
You
this
can
book on
do
your phone.
this.
Oh, it's in my head.
I'm
It's
gonna- I'm
in the
gonna-
computer that is my brain.
Yeah,
I have.
I could see
yeah.
you doing it.
Now, steps 4 and 5, if you wanted to get published, step 4 would be the whole laying it out, margins, getting all the
Right.
stuff on the page and such like that, and then publishing it. You have loads of options with publishers now. What we do is we get rid of steps 4 and 5 because you just come to us. Quite frankly, we get rid of steps 1, 2, and 3 because we work with people. From that first why are you writing a book?
So you
Sit down.
suggest going to a publisher first so that you can be more organized, and you're probably pushing
I mean,
them
that's
too.
what I do, is that I work as a book coach. And
Gotcha.
work with people.
Yeah, it sounds terrific.
So that it's easy. You know, like how your coach, if you're exercising, you know, what do I do?
Like a personal trainer for writing.
Exactly. I'm constantly calling my authors. So where's that chapter? How is it going? You know, they'll write when they know, oh
Yeah.
God, I
Like
have
you're
to
on
send
their
it in.
back.
Yeah.
And to that end, I wrote a book called
How to Write a
That
Book.
Book.
Write That
And
Book.
it's
How
got
great is
all
that?
sorts of, you'll see sections where you can do your outline and questions about goals and such. And I want you to have
I love it.
a
Thank
copy.
you so much. Thank you. That was so
So write that book,
sweet.
and if you would like to write a book, go to redpenguinbooks.com
I love
and write
this.
a book.
Wonderful.
Thank
you,
you.
Sarah. You're
You
terrific.
know, and then we're going to read your book soon. Okay?
That was
Soon.
absolutely fabulous. God bless. We will be right back. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
This is Christopher Rathbun from Big Kahuna Productions, where we are artists first and photographers second. If you'd like to book us for our services, please call 631-245-9417. Until then, back to the Living Room Show on Strong Island TV.
Welcome back to the Living Room Radio Show. I just want to give a couple of shout outs to Barbara and Samantha for watching the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Judy and Danielle and Leslie. I appreciate it.
And Cheryl Cowan, who is really the reason we met, kind of. She
Maybe,
was
yeah.
PTA president when Lori and I
She's in
became
New York
class
right
brothers.
now, right?
I had coffee with her this morning.
Come on, Cheryl.
Every week.
You wouldn't
She
come down
watches
to the
every
show
week.
tonight? I'm going to be so twisted.
She
should
is
come.
so torn. She's got a million people to see, but it
Oh,
was great
you
to
know
catch up with her.
what?
And
Listen.
we yacked and yacked, and she watches the show every week, and we appreciate that.
We really
Cheryl.
appreciate
If
it.
you need any real estate in North Carolina, reach out to Cheryl Cowan at Keller
Oh,
Williams
she could
Realty.
have filmed the spot. And I just want to say that Tommy Faye is in the house, and I'm going to get him on the couch.
Lori always wants to get Tommy on the couch.
We are getting Tommy Faye on the house.
On the house or on the couch?
On the couch.
Doesn't
in the
that-
house.
you get that all the
And I'm
time.
going to straddle him too. And we have a really hot segment coming up, and Christine is going to introduce this guy, and he's going to take me down, and I'm going to love every minute of it.
Oh my goodness, we have Master Frank from Ultimate Challenge Taekwondo in the house today. Another handsome man, and he is going to teach us some self-defense tips for women, which I think is very timely and important in this day and age of the Me Too movement and
And you don't
women
even
being
know
empowered.
that I know karate, and I didn't even tell you.
Oh, really?
I kept that
okay.
one.
I've always been a little interested. Welcome, Frank. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
being
pleasure.
here. Thank you.
Absolutely, I'm very happy to be here.
How long have you been doing karate?
Oh, I've been doing Taekwondo for about 20 years now.
20
Wow.
And this is a black belt?
This
Yes?
is black belt, fourth dan.
Wow.
What is that?
Fourth dan.
What does that mean?
That means I've been working it for a very long time.
That means you got your black belt, and then it's 4 strikes on your
Exactly.
black belt. So it's like almost like a 4th black belt, but they just
Exactly.
put stripes on a black belt.
It's a little scary.
So you're dangerous,
Nah, I'm a big teddy bear.
and you look so nice.
Thank you.
a nice
what
Italian
what
boy.
made you get into it?
Well, I've always been interested in martial arts, and when I was in school, I saw they were advertising that there was a martial arts club. I said, why not? I took my first class with them, and
You just got into
just
it.
kind of got into it.
Why
kinda
Taekwondo
loved
as
it.
opposed to like jujitsu or?
It was free.
I like that.
So the start was free, and then I really got into it, and I saw the great value in it myself. Thankfully, my parents were able to help me out in getting my black belt and supporting me onto that,
Because it's
path.
not cheap.
No, it's not always, when you really get into the higher levels of things,
Yeah,
there is a price tag to it, obviously.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, what you get out of it is so much more valuable than what you actually pay to do it. And
Listen,
that's-
you're telling
as
me
long
I
as
did.
the-
I got
yeah.
to my brown belt in
Did
in
you?
Why'd you stop?
karate.
Why'd you
in
stop?
karate. Because it got to the grappling.
Uh-huh.
And it started to kill my neck, and I was like, oh, I couldn't, and also I got busy, my kids. So I started with my kids, and then it just faded out. But I'm so into it. So why did you do Thai? Really?
I want
Because
to
it
know
was
the
cheap?
difference. Taekwondo,
Yeah, that's what I
jiu-jitsu,
want.
karate.
So
what is
jujitsu
the difference?
is.
Well, here's the thing. When you break down martial arts typically breaks down into, you start off, okay, you have martial arts. And
Yeah.
then it breaks down, you have your grappling arts, you have your striking arts.
Okay.
So karate and taekwondo are a striking martial art.
Okay.
Judo, jiu-jitsu is a grappling martial art
Okay.
usually. And that's usually where it kind of
So
falls
striking,
into.
hitting versus fighting
Exactly.
and wrestling, kind of.
You know,
yes?
in judo and jiu-jitsu, that's the idea is to get your opponent to the ground.
Okay.
In a lot of karate
That's like
styles.
how my
didn't
marriage
know
works with my husband.
There you go,
Yeah.
see?
They're always grappling around.
He's always looking to get me to the ground.
See, I learned I don't fight my wife anymore.
She
wins.
She'll
She
probably
wins.
kick your butt.
Exactly. And if she doesn't, I know there's like 20 family members behind her who will.
Yeah, that'll kill you. So it's a striking art. So you strike with the
Exactly.
legs?
Taekwondo is predominantly a kicking martial art, right?
Really? I didn't know that.
So whenever you see movies where they're doing these flying kicks and they're spinning in the air, that's usually Taekwondo.
Wow.
So
you don't really use your arms?
well, we do. Obviously, any martial art, as you get into the higher you get into any martial art, there's a big focus on mixed martial arts these days.
Yeah.
And
Which I love, MMA.
honestly, the higher you
Hot.
get in
Very
any
hot.
martial art, the closer you get to a mixed martial art
You're
because you start
incorporating it all.
incorporating different things into it. No style is perfect.
Yeah.
You do your best to take the best from, you start with your core, and usually your core is whatever your body type fits that martial art, or whatever martial art you just tend to enjoy. But
So every
Right, so-
woman should really take this class.
Yeah.
honestly, I think everybody should be doing a martial art at some point in their life.
First of
There
all,
are
it's good
so
for
many
kids
great
for
benefits.
confidence, right?
Amen, definitely.
But I have a question about
What?
that, and it was something I kind of struggled with when my boys were young. Christopher was maybe interested, and we actually never did it, and it's probably my own ignorance that held me back. So this is my question. How do you teach a child, a 4 or 5-year-old, the difference between the discipline that is a martial art versus, oh, I know how to give a karate chop, and I'm going to karate chop this kid's neck that stole my pencil in class?
Well, honestly, that's a concern that a lot of parents come to when they come to, my studio. They say, well, how do I make sure that he doesn't use this on his sister, or
Right,
how do I know
right.
he's not going to use it on me? And the honest truth is, you teach them from the start that
The
this
same
is
way they know to
not
cut steak with a knife and not stab somebody with a knife.
Exactly, and you start with the basics. And like I know in the Champions Taekwondo, what we have not just the martial arts side of it. We have home behavior sheets that go home. We hit the entire idea of martial arts, not just okay. Here's how you punch. Here's how you kick.
Because it's a whole philosophy
Exactly.
of
In fact-
self-discipline, right?
Yeah, in fact, Taekwondo translated from Korean is Tae is the action movement of the foot, Kwan is action movement of the hand, and Do is the way of life. So it's teaching you how to
Whole
live your
thing.
life.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah, it can be, definitely.
I think it is. I think karate is too. It's very like you're almost what's the word? You're almost giving like respect.
Oh, that's
It's
paramount.
all about respect.
That's paramount in any martial
My
art.
kids
Good
were
respect,
so
not
into
just,
it.
Not,
They
and the
did
thing
it?
is, it's not
Yeah.
just respect between the students giving respect to the teachers. It actually goes the other way
Yeah,
too. We
yeah,
have to
I
have
agree with
respect
you.
for our students. We have to teach through example.
I agree with you. So what are the top 5 moves that did you have a female? Do you have like a women's defense course there or?
We do occasionally do women's self-defense courses. We're going to be doing one this summer.
You
Where
are?
are you located?
I would
My
take one.
studio is actually in Wantagh, up on Wantagh Avenue, but Champions Martial Arts, Champions Taekwondo, we're all over right now, so we've been very lucky in that.
Is it a franchise?
It's not a franchise. Each school is individually owned, but we all study under the same grandmaster. We all
Gotcha.
give respect to our grandmasters, Grandmaster Song Keo,
Okay.
and he's actually my teacher. He taught me, and I got my black belt through him.
Wow.
Amazing.
So what are some of the moves that we should learn, Christine?
You're gonna make me move again, aren't you?
I like
Well,
to.
hold on, before I even go
Lori
into
likes
that.
to get me to stand up
Before
off
I
the
go into
couch.
that, I always want to make sure, and I always start every self-defense course that I ever teach with this, and that is that any self-defense course that you take isn't worth anything unless you repeat it. So a one-time lesson is not going to do anything
That's
for
true.
you.
You need to know it like so because I took karate. You need to know without thinking. You need to just be able to go.
Exactly.
Somebody touches you here. You need to be able to just turn.
Exactly. It becomes an instinct. So
Remember that?
Those swip hips.
Remember, I'm gonna
do
get you. I'm gonna
swim
get you.
She's got some
high.
moves, right?
Whoa! I'm afraid of her now.
You don't even know what I'm capable of.
Oh, I'm scared.
And I wear a thong. I just want to point
help
that
me take
out.
care of myself here.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm really going to teach maybe 2, possibly 3 things today, and everything kind of starts from.
Don't have
so
the right footwear
no
on.
problem. So let's stand up really quick, and we'll do this part very quickly. So the first thing that
I'm gonna let Christine do it.
Oh, I knew she was gonna do it. She does it every
She threw you under
time.
the bus, huh?
Okay.
Okay. So the very first thing is you have to know at
Are you gonna
least.
flip me over?
No, I'm not going to flip you over.
You might
You
like
might flip
it.
me a little bit. But. So the very first thing is you have to know how to throw a punch. So when you make a punch, most common mistake people make is that they try to put their thumb here, they have their thumb here, or a loose fist. The idea is you want to tighten up your fist as much as possible.
I've never punched anyone ever.
Well,
I'll let you punch me
very
later.
Great! I can't wait.
Okay, so the impact point on the punch is these first 2 knuckles here. You want to make it as tight as possible. Now, for self-defense, one of the great things that I always say to do is if you have keys or if you have something that you can actually hold, that actually makes your punch stronger because it's actually a physical object. It holds, it allows you to brace the fist, less damage.
This is a great tip for women who have not gone through this process yet, just to know.
Absolutely. Now, the reason why I say the punch, I'm going to teach the punch first. I'm going to go into something else in a little bit. But from here, what you want to do is you want to bring your hip into the punch. So from here, coming straight up.
Do you hear
Nice
his
and
arm and that his
So-
sleeve?
Yeah, I don't got
Okay,
that. I have
right there.
arthritis.
He could take you out.
There you go. Again.
You don't even know.
Oh, come on.
I have arthritis.
Come on.
Good.
Babe,
One
let's
more.
see him.
You want-
Here.
One other thing that I want to make clear is you don't want to bend your wrist.
So keep it
You wanna
straight.
imagine that
You
your
wanna
knuckle-
tense yourself up.
Well, you want to make that nice tight
Okay.
motion here, and you want your knuckle, your wrist, and your elbow at the end to all be in the same line.
Do it.
Whoa!
Come
There's a
on.
little twist at the
A
end.
little twist.
Right. Go ahead. There you
Wait,
go.
hold on.
Yes,
I
put your hip.
want, hold on. I want to give one. I want to give one. I want to give one.
Look at her jumping.
There it is. Now she's just showing off.
One tough
See,
step.
that's how I learned. Wasn't that good?
Right,
And
not
that's
bad.
10 years old, that punch.
Now, the reason why you want to learn how to punch is because, like I said, in any self-defense situation, whether it's a grab or you're defending yourself, if you don't know how to strike the right way, you can actually damage yourself, and that's completely, negating what we're trying to do on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 very simple escapes if somebody tries to grab you, and then I'm going to go
Love
into
this.
one dirty trick.
This is very
All right? So
I know
from
the
here,
choke one.
the idea is somebody's coming in, they're coming by you, and they're going to
And they
grab you
grab
from here.
Oh, I never
Now,
did this.
one thing that's really important to realize is that the longer someone has a grip on you, the stronger it is. That's why we said you have to practice this so that it becomes very
so
natural.
that you react immediately.
Exactly. As soon as you feel it, or as soon as you have that grip on you, you feel it, you do the motion without thinking.
That's why the
So-
class is important because in a
Exactly.
panic,
You go to your instinct.
right,
Now, honestly, most people's instinct would be if I grab your wrist, you would want to pull.
pull away
But
like
guess
this.
what?
You're going to
There's-
pull me back.
Exactly. I have the grip here. Now, in a grip, there is a weak point, and that is the thumb. So what we're going to do is, exactly, because what's going to happen is I'm going to show you. Can you just grab my wrist for a moment? So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you this way.
No,
All I
he is
want you to
trying-
do is to bring your hand up. You're going to put your edge of your hand up against the side of the wrist, and just like that. So I'm not going to give a full grip, so you're going to roll your wrist, and now push like you're just saying, there it is.
Wow.
I
Here, let me
never
do one. Let me
knew.
do one. Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
just
Go
want
ahead.
to
Go
hold
ahead.
his hand.
So you see? You got to get that push.
Oh, wait. Go ahead. Wait.
Hold it.
Oh, you hit me.
From here,
Yeah.
open. Now twist your hand,
Oh,
your hand out
yeah.
and push.
Okay.
There
There
it
I
is.
got it.
Wow.
It's been a while.
There you go. So you see
I'm
how
telling you.
it,
You know, and I'm going to tell you right now, you don't forget it, because I haven't done this in 10 years.
Ow.
right. Now, and then once you get that.
Well, I
so-
did it the other night when Tommy and I were having sex. I'm like, it.
So again, that's the first one. And this is what would be called an opposite side grab. So I'm using my right arm to grab her right arm. Now,
one I don't know.
another one would be if I grab same side, which is not as common because if somebody's going to grab you, they're going to grab you with their strong arm, and usually
Right.
if you're passing, you're going like this. But if somebody grabs like here and is going this way, what you want to do is, again, this is the weak point here, where the finger and the thumb meet.
Right here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you can't obviously break the grip where
Right.
there's nothing to break. You have to break out from here. So what I want you to do is just practice this motion really quick. Make a tight fist, open, spread your fingers as wide as you can, right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna twist in and pledge. Ready? So
Okay.
from here,
So
so I have the wrist.
I make a
right?
fist.
Make the fist. You open wide.
Open
now that
wide.
actually, if you notice, that actually gapped my
it
fingers
did.
a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you see, you don't want to be here because this is the thicker part of the wrist, and trying to get through this little hole here doesn't work too well. So you
Ah.
go to the more narrow side of the wrist, and then from here, pledge. You pull
Oh
out.
wow.
I
that
want
was
to
a
take
good
a
one.
class.
So it's
I
very,
really
very
do.
simple on that side. Now, the follow-up to either of these, like I said, so you want to try one more time? So,
So you
I got
grab.
it.
I'm walking
So-
along and you grab me. So I make a fist.
and, right, so you grab, open,
Open.
and pledge.
And
There it is.
I want to do this.
What I think best, Christine, is if a guy like this, who happens to be extremely handsome, walks up to you and he grabs your arm, you really gonna try to get loose? Or are you gonna go, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. I mean, really, let's talk truth here. Now,
What I
okay.
think would be the hardest, in all
Wait, he's got a
seriousness.
third one he
Oh, you
wants to
have
get.
another one? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
no,
very
well,
interested. Let's
those
see.
are the two that I really want to go
We
over.
gotta.
Okay.
we gotta do
I know we got to
move it
finish
along.
up. There's two other things I just want to do very quickly on this one, and that is the most important I want to say is no matter what, movies lie to you. If you're in a situation where somebody is trying to grab or pull you away or get into some kind of altercation with you, you don't want to have a long combat going on because the longer something goes on like this, the more likely you are to get hurt. So you pull out and then you would strike to disable. And the most important part, and I say this at every one of my self-defense seminars, is run. There's
Run.
no benefit to you being some, big, even me, as a 4th degree black belt, if somebody were to assault me,
Yeah.
You just
I
try
would,
to get out.
I would get out and I'd get away because the longer I'm in that situation, the more dangerous it is.
That's a
Especially,
great tip.
especially for women.
That's
Uh-huh,
a great
and for
tip.
women,
That's a great tip.
a big important thing is don't yell help.
Same thing with little kids. Yell
Exactly.
stranger, right?
Well, with women, when you're doing self-defense, you yell fire.
Fire.
And that will get
Really?
more attention.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, gets their
We
attention.
want to thank you so
This
much
is
for
awesome.
coming.
Thank you so much.
And I know that you're making some jokes about it, but it's a real serious situation, and Frank's information is going to be on the page. We're going to take the class.
Ultimate Championship
Champions,
Taekwondo
Taekwondo, yeah.
champions
Thank
on
you.
Montauk Avenue.
What's
Thank
your phone number?
516-783-1700.
What's on the page? Thank you.
Master
Thank you.
Frank.
That was awesome.
Okay. Fantastic. Like I'm really excited
Yeah,
about learning
yeah.
this little bit of self-defense from,
Me too.
from Frank.
And you want to know the truth? He's right. The truth of the matter is you have to take it because you see how I remembered it from 10 years ago?
did.
And I learned something else when somebody puts like a chokehold, you go whack. And you'd be surprised. Even a little person could hurt somebody. And because the other person's not expecting you to know how to get out, you have a chance.
Right,
So
right.
it's really a good thing to do. I would like to see
I
us,
very much would like to learn some more.
Yeah. Next week, guys, I
Next
won't
week.
be here.
Oh my God, I'm going in on my own. Please tune in and you can support.
Thanks to all of our guests for coming. We really appreciate it. We are going to have everybody's information on the page. Hopefully, Colleen Marie is going to help us with that. Stephanie Larkin. We had Christopher from Big Kahuna Productions, and we had Frank from Taekwondo, Ultimate Champions Taekwondo. Next week, Christina's going to be here by herself.
We are going to have a special guest host.
Yep, it's going to be a fabulous show, and I hope you guys all tune in. And I'll be running in Florida, so you can.
Well, you're going to Skype in, right?
Yeah, I'm going to
All right,
Skype
so
in.
we'll get to
It's
see
gonna be
Lori, and really a very fun Christine's Corner with some special little ladies that we're going to
Oh,
film on.
she's gonna have a great show next
You have
week.
to be here, 7 o'clock, Facebook Live, Paradise Studios, Strong Island TV.
Bye.